All right, so I just seen Ford Boss Me answer a comment from somebody who works at Walmart, I guess as a loop tech, and said, "Hey, I see this new Valveoline Restore and Protect. We don't use this product too often. Um, you're not really a mechanic shop, and you're probably not checking customers' oils to see if they're low on oil before you change the oil. You should be. You should know what you're working on. You should understand what you're working on instead of just going at it, putting up in the air, and spill and fill. That's my advice. Stop doing the spill and fill quick lube environment. Learn your customers' vehicles that you're working on. Learn what you're doing. Open your eyes. Give your customer more value than just, it's just a job. Spill and fill and out the door. That's not a good thing. You can also just cover your ass and protect the business by checking the oil on a customer's car every time it's in. You might find work. You might do your customer a solid. You might identify a problem that they're not aware of and save them a huge headache. If your engine is skanky, sludgy, burns tons of oil, there is no doubt the inside of your engine is in the danger zone. If you're reaching to clean the inside of your engine for some reason or another, typically it's motivated by some type of problem. It's not always your fault. It could have been the first owner, the second owner. It could be the dealership's fault advising you wrong. So many what ifs and could be's. My warning to everyone is if you didn't have oil consumption, you wouldn't be reaching for a product to clean the engine. If you actually maintained your engine properly, you would never have to use Valveoline Restore and Protect or any other sludge or kerosene or diesel fuel or motor flush. You just wouldn't have to do it. Clean engines don't have deposits. That's it. Clean engine oil doesn't leave deposits behind. My advice to people who don't know if Valveoline Restore and Protect is too aggressive. It's not that Valveoline Restore and Protect is too aggressive. The inside of your engine is disgusting. And that's what Valvoline's Restore and Protect job is, to clean and protect. It's not its fault that it loosens up all the crap from neglected oil changes or customers or dealerships or whatever the case may be, that it clogged your VVT or it clogged your oil filter. Your engine at that point, it's only a ticking time bomb. So, is it still cheaper to replace your VVTs? Sure, than it is to replace an engine. My concerns are, one, is how nasty, how disgusting your engine is. And that is going to be up to your service provider or you. Look inside the valve cover. Look at the oil dipstick. Pull the oil pan down. If you have sheets of scum and skank and buildup, there is no doubt that Valveoline Restore and Protect is going to do its job. And it can only be filtered so much by your oil filter. And if your oil filter is on bypass because you're not changing your oil regularly, or your engine oil is so disgusting, or the inside of your engine is so disgusting, you basically need a new engine. So Valveoline Restore and Protect, yes. Does it cause problems? Yeah, if your engine is burning oil and you have sheets of skank in your engine and sludge and deposits, it is going to loosen those deposits. It's not going to dissolve them down into 30 micron. You could see 50 micron deposits. And your filter is going to hit bypass if you have heavy sludging in there. So Ford Boston said he's never seen these problems. He's not dealing with the most unmaintained vehicles out there. Typically, people who show up to a dealership are maintenance minded. Now, he did come out of another environment, his business, that he probably didn't see it so much or use the product to say so. I use it a lot. If you have an engine that's, burning a lot of oil and making noise, you put Valveoline Restore and Protect in it, chances are it's going to grenade. So either you try to save the engine or you're going to accelerate the destruction. How do you prevent that? You got to know what's going on. Or instead of using 4 or 5 quarts or 6 quarts or 8 quarts of Valveoline Restore and Protect, cut it down. So what I'm saying is, if you have 4.5 quart oil change, add 1 quart and see how it's working. It is going to do its job. I don't even know if 1 quart's going to be enough of the formula, but it's just like you're chipping at rust and there's paint over it, right? As you start touching it, more and more and more keeps coming off. And eventually, where's it going to go? It's going to wind up in VVTs. It's going to wind up in screens, and it's going to wind up in the oil filter. It's going to wind up in the, I call it Choi or stainless steel grilling in your oil pickups. Volkswagens use stuff that's like steel wool. I mean, you could, and they were clogging so easy years ago that we'd have to pull the oil pan down and either remove it or replace the oil sump, depending on what the customer could afford, or try and get a flush through it. So I guess I'm dealing with the worst of the worst for maintenance that I'm seeing in my area. Why is that? I don't have an answer. It's got to be because of the service providers that they've been using over the years. They have been listening to the new car dealership saying you can go 8 and 10,000 miles, and then they go 12 or 15, and within 3 oil changes they have oil consumption or an engine problem, or even worse, camshafts wiped out, timing chains and guides, and just on and on and on. So it's not Valveoline Restore and Protect's fault. It's doing its job. You're buying that product to clean inside of your engine because there's a problem. Now, other than that, you need an engine, or take your whole engine apart and, hot tank it and ultrasonic it and get it clean and replace all the stuck and varnished and valve guide seals. You understand what I'm saying? You're on the verge of needing an engine, and flushing and cleaning the inside of the engine, that's disgusting and nasty. We're not talking about the ones that are taking care of it, have a little bit of varnish and a little bit of this and a little bit of that. That's fairly normal with a little bit of overextended oil changes. But the customers who have no idea of what they're doing, how to maintenance it right, their service provider they're just here for an oil change, forget the air filter's clogged, forget this and forget that. They're, the pump and dumps and the spill and fills, and, they don't know if the engine's low on oil or burning oil. I have these situations in my base. They were someplace else. They wind up to me. They ask me to work on their car. I pull the oil. I see the oil sticker, and I advise, you're doing it wrong. And I think we've had 2-ish. One had a rod knock already with overextended oil changes, and I think he finally said the engine went. The engine was bad already. The other one had high mileage on it, burning tons of oil. It needed an engine already, and then the engine did have catastrophic failure a few thousand miles later, but it was already there, and then his plans were to restore the car anyway. So we ended up putting an engine in one. The other one, I don't think he wants to put an engine in it. So for me, it's 2. So Valveoline Restore and Protect couldn't save engines that were already in the absolute, you need an engine replacement. There's no fixing the rod knock. There's no fixing the timing chains and the valve train clatter. You're past all that. It just accelerates the problem because it's just picking up and removing so much garbage that your service provider or previous service providers or previous owners just are not educating the customers on. Do the maintenance. Stay within the 3,000 to 5,000 mile oil changes. If you're burning oil, you need to be in every 3,000 miles. You have to take care of your car, people. Oil changes are cheap. Engine replacement and vehicles are ridiculous. And I'm just going to go buy a new car. You're buying a car that once it's out of warranty, you will never be able to repair and maintain if you don't have a strict regimen. So yes, there is a caution with engine flushes. There is a caution with Valveoline Restore and Protect. There is a caution with BG's, sludge treatment. There's a risk. There's a high risk. And that's how it goes. So, you have to say, I'm prepared for this, or I'm not prepared for it. Are you prepared to burn a quart of oil a week or 2 quarts of oil and it gets worse and worse and worse? Yeah, I don't know. But for me, I can only share my experience every day in the trenches and the bays that almost every car I pull the dipstick on, the customer has no clue. They're not usually my previous customer. I call them the gypsy oil changers, or the customer's finally seeking quality service and repair and experience. And then once they experience what we do for them, they do realize, hey, we're really looking out for you. Who wants to have a blown up engine? Nobody. Blown up transmission. I mean, there's some people out here who just don't care. I show it all the time. They drive in the shop and they drive right out on a blown tire. Or we just had a guy drive right by us the other day. It sounded like the connecting rods were ready to fly out of it. And another one drove by the other day. It sounded like the water pump was ready to come off. I mean, this is just what I hear and see at my location at Meineke Cineminson. But yeah, Valveoline Restore and Protect is a great product. Like I said, Ford Bossby is not really dealing with the customers who are doing zero maintenance. So for him to see what I see is opposite spectrum. Although I know it goes on. Thanks for watching.